away from the corridors of power in Westminster, 3 families across Britain get ready to eat. On a Birmingham council estate,
I am so hungry.
part-time hairdresser and single mum of 3, Precious Lewis, is serving up a veritable feast of takeaway chicken.
Food time. By the time I'm seeing some food.
Special sauce, hot sauce.
Dear Lord, thank you for what we are about to receive, and we're truly thankful. Amen.
She cares passionately about democracy. Her daughter Kia, not so much.
Became 18. I says, we're going to vote. He's like, what's
Not
voting?
we're going to vote.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sending
going
you
to vote. No, we're going to vote. What vote? It doesn't make any sense. Every vote matters.
I don't know who to vote for anyway, because I don't really know about all the parties and that. So
Well, you look into it. You have time.
I don't have time.
You have time.
Kia is a care assistant for the NHS.
Kia, who's the leader of the Labour
I have
Party?
no clue.
But do you know who any leaders are for
No.
any of the parties?
I'm not really interested, you know this. I only vote because you tell me to.
Over in South Wales, a full roast is on the go, parsnips and all.
We're nearly there. We're not quite cooked on the cauliflower front. Ready to roll then. Who's hungry?
42-year-old Julia Manser's politics are as red as her dress. For her, it's Labour all the way. She really wants her 19-year-old nephew Lewis to vote as well. Trouble is, he doesn't seem that bothered.
Go. You're coming up for 20. Do you think you are going to vote?
At the moment, no.
Lewis is more interested in making it in the music business than he is in politics.
I was practically wetting myself with excitement when I was your age. I had loads to say.
Yeah.
Because I always thought, you know, it was, well, loads had happened to me by the time I was old enough to vote. So I really felt that I had a lot to complain about.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you just feel like life has been a big bed of roses, so you've got nothing to complain about.
Not really, I'm just...
Well, go for it then. Have a bloody complain.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Bristol, it's a similar tale.
Are you going to do drinks for everyone?
2 drinks for everyone.
Drinks for everyone.
Oh,
I'd like a wine and soda, please. Your dad would like a beer as well.
Fraser and his fiancée Emma are having their parents over for tapas.
Is it nearly done, Fraser?
He runs the family business, having taken it over from his father. Despite being interested in politics, 29-year-old Fraser has never voted.
Why haven't you?
I don't know. They're all much of the same, aren't they? I'm waiting for the app to come out. What? I think that would be a good
It a lot
idea.
easier.
You can do everything else on a phone. Why can't you vote? Why have I
Yeah.
got to go somewhere?
But it just needs to be more simple,
No, you
more
see what-
upbeat, more young. I don't want to sit there during my lunch hour and read about politicians unless it's an easy format.
Yeah, but why would Emma want to read a load of rubbish about politicians when she can read Harry Potter? She loves reading. It's
Yeah.
much more exciting than reading
Or
about...
I could read about the fact that Katie Price has had her boobs reduced.
Nearly 5 years into the coalition, in Birmingham, there's not a lot of love for our politicians.
We've all been totally let down, lied and deceived. You know, we've put our trust into prime ministers, members of parliament that promised us big dreams and promised this and that and promised not to change this and to make life easier for single parents. It's none of it. We've not seen any of it.
Family friend Oren used to be a support worker.
Basically, I've been made redundant, so I had to go down to the job centre and just the whole scenario of being around the job centre. It's like an out-of-body experience. So, it's like a whole new world, you know?
David Cameron.
Wow.
Do you think he gives a living shit about us?
I don't think any of them do.
I don't think any of them do. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any concern for the poorest members of society. He says he does, and get a job and all that, but the system is not working to allow that to happen. He's kidding himself if he believes that.
But not everyone feels so gloomy.
5 years ago, we were right in trouble with the economy, and now things appear on the surface to be all right. They appear to be better.
They're not all right.
So, no, you know, don't, all right, sorry, but they appear to be improvement, there appears to be focus, and there appears to be a plan, whereas...
Fraser's dad, Andy, is more enthusiastic about the Tories.
I will vote Conservative at this point in time because they will, I hope, hopefully run it lean and mean, get people back working.
Yeah. So, to me, that's what we're all about, isn't it? Hard-working families getting what they're just deserves. You work hard and you get what you work for. That's what the Conservatives are talking about.
Nobody trusts the politicians, the MPs, PMs.
Politicians don't
Nobody
trust the
trusts
politicians.
them. They don't trust each other. That is a true point.
Do you think we're going to have a Conservative government?
Pardon?
More
Do you
than
think
likely.
we're gonna That's what I was thinking.
More than likely. It's not what we really need, though. No?
I think it's about face fits. You know, your face fits, you sit in the seat. I used to vote, but lately I just don't, you know. I don't see it as tangible for me to vote because the vote doesn't really count.
It does count, because if you don't vote, who gets your vote if you don't vote?
Who are you voting for, Emma?
Well, we haven't registered the vote, Fraser. If I do, not the Lib Dems, because they didn't do what they said they were going to do. And I don't agree with Labour's policies, that most probably will be Conservatives.
I'd like to see him have another term.
Well, it's still
So
an
that's
answer
two
the
of
question
us
between those two.
Gonna vote Conservative.
So far around this table, so let's pass it round. Fraser, what would you vote?
Well, Conservative, but I'm not saying I'm going to vote.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So there's no point then, is
There's a lot
there?
of effort involved in it. It's just,
Back in Swansea, they're still working on Lewis. Julia's daughter Steph has a go. She's a single mother studying for a degree.
I think you should have a look at the Green Party.
What happens? You bring your children up, spit in your face.
I'm not spitting in your face. I'm choosing the hippies, man, the hippies.
No, to be fair, Steph, you always have been.
Yeah, I always
have been a bit green around the edges, that girl.
Shall I tell you why I'm not Labour? Because that's much more interesting. I'm not Labour because Labour had stood for socialism from the working class roots since day dot. And then Tony Blair just decided, actually, we don't need that. Actually, we're going to support business. So that's why I don't support them anymore, because they've sold us down the river.
So what about Miliband? I don't trust him. I don't like him. I'm indifferent about him, to be fair.
He just seems like he's just got up on the wrong side of the bed most mornings. He seems tousled. He sits on there and he stutters his way through. He's like me sitting in his seat and saying, well, I think I should convince you today to vote for me because, yeah, I think you should vote for me. That is how I see him.
I just can't take him seriously.
He's hesitant. He doesn't seem overconfident.
No, he's not.
And he dribbles a lot about where he's going. Mr. Miliband. Miliband. Come on, give me a hand, Mr. Miliband.
I mean, the thing is, it's not that a Labour Party of today is the answer to everybody's prayers either. Do you know what I mean? But it is a bloody improvement. And I think, to be fair, I'll take anything at the moment because they've driven me down.
I don't think like that. I would vote Green because I believe they are the best party.
I definitely don't know enough about politics, but everyone seems really angry about it, so I don't really get into it.
When people say I don't know anything about politics, politics isn't outside that room. This is politics. Everything that we're talking about, everything we're doing, the price of this food, the fact, you know, where are those clothes made? Everything is politics. Politics doesn't live in a different world.
You've got to watch these little parties because,
That are
like
coming
I'm
up.
telling you, because of the dissatisfaction in the country will swing.
That's right.
Pole position swings to where it's like,
But
you
I'm
know
not
what,
voting
they
for
just go and
Miliband. No
vote.
way.
Yeah, but
No
it's what you
way
said earlier on.
No way.
Because there's no trust in them anyway. Everybody will try something new.
Yeah, that's right.
the Tories and Labour are just bickering with one another. and then you've got UKIP who are coming forward with some decisive action.
They haven't got any decisive
They've got no decisive action.
Why is it then? Why is it that everybody I've asked in the last 6 months has told me they're voting UKIP then?
Right.
Without fail.
What UKIP have done, they've just shown the rest of the idiots out there how a lot of the electorate feel.
Yeah,
they have their worries.
They have unsettling across the board, definitely. But I think you'll be quietly amazed how many people that vote for them this year.
What, UKIP? What policies have they got then,
any
Fraser?
policies. They're buffoons.
Do you know who Nigel Farage is?
Who's that?
The leader of the UKIP.
The UK?
UKIP party.
Oh, I thought you said the UK. You're leading the UK out, yeah.
Are you aware of that party?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I don't know what they're for.
Certain policies that they have, I do agree with.
People believe that they're going to get more jobs if, you know, to get immigration down and get certain things down, but it's already a certain position that they can't give. The jobs are not going to come.
I'm all for any sort of immigrants coming into the country if they're going to contribute. Because obviously, my mum was an immigrant at one stage, but you know what? My mum came and my mum worked.
What do we think about Clegg?
He's a bit of a wimp, isn't he? A Liberal putting £9,000 a year on students. He's just forgotten that he was meant to be a Liberal or something. It's laughable. It was the first clutch of power the Liberals have had for so many years, and he just wasted it completely. I do think he's ruined that party again.
Possibly the problem with coalition.
But he could have had more stand. You know, he could have said, I'm not budging on something.
Do you know who Clegg is? If you had to describe what he looks like, do you know what his... Have you seen him on the television?
Yeah, he's got a funny thing with his hair, hasn't he?
Yeah.
In Bristol, Fraser is wishing a plague on all politicians' houses.
Why have I got to vote for a selection of people and I don't like any of them? That's what...
Answer that question.
You're not voting for them, are you?
You're voting
for the
their
policies.
policies and what they'll do for you in society.
But I don't have any faith that what they say they're going to do, they're necessarily do.
No, I agree.
And all they do is they blame retrospectively what the other person did and promise to put it all right. I swear to God, in 2018 this will happen. No, it won't. And then you'll be held accountable. No, you won't. So then the next party will come along and they'll go, well, they never said that they were, but we'll be different this time. No, none of you are any different. You're all as bad as each other.